Hi, welcome back to the Rollover and Die conversations. If you've been following us, I started by giving the experience in which we as Centonomy as a team facing a number of situations that a lot of you are familiar with in a business where you reach that point where you're asking yourself, can I really go on? And the question for us, it was, will you roll over and die? And the answer was no. Part 2, I talked about what led us to say no. It was simply a conviction. And the conviction starts internally. It's you really believing in the cause and then starting to find things that actually give you evidence of that cause, like what even one customer, even if it's one customer out of 10 is actually saying, and then starting to look, how do we keep this going? Today, I want to talk about, once you've been through, what are the practical things that happens when you decide not to roll over and die, and what can you start doing? And I think the first one for me starts with redefinition. In our entrepreneurship class, we give this example of somebody who prints business cards for a living. A lot of time people will ask such a person, what do you do? And they'll say, I print business cards. But no, you don't print business cards. Think about it. Someone who prints business cards, what do? They do branding. So when someone starts to think of themselves as branding, a lot of doors open. Now they can do billboards, they can do your social media, they can do your flyers, they can do events, because they're now thinking of themselves not as a business card printing business, but as a branding business. So for us, when we decided not to roll over and die, in came the opportunity for redefinition. In the beginning, when I started Centonomy, and I even started this company and I called it Personal Finance Training Limited. And for a long time, Centonomy was Personal Finance Training Limited. But when it got over to a roll over and die moment, we had to redefine, what do we do? Because a lot of the ways that you'll get through past difficult seasons is to have various things that you're doing. You can rely, you've got multiple products, multiple streams of income, but these don't come without redefinition. So when we realized what we are convicted about, if you listen to my last video, is everybody should create wealth. Then we are like, oh gosh, you can create wealth through your personal finances, yes, which was our primary product, but you can also create wealth through entrepreneurship. You can also create wealth through actually flourishing in your career. So we started redefining, and from that redefinition, engaged our clients and started understanding, goodness, someone is like, how do I actually thrive in my career? So Career Hub we got an opportunity. A lot of people are thinking, I can create wealth through my business. So we're like, there's a case here for having an entrepreneurship program. So by redefining, you start, because a seed, what you're doing now, the seed has been planted, but the seed has to be watered and fertilized. And I think redefining yourself starts to open your mind to a lot of other things. I think we got through rollover and die because we realized we are the smallest we can be. So we've got to stop thinking small. And when you redefine, you start understanding, gosh, to do that, this is the kind of partnership I will need. This is the kind of office I will need. This is the kind of resources I will need. These are the kind of advisors I will need. You now start to understand. Remember, I talked about your circumstances never define you. You really start to see that in motion. You approach that client that you never thought you'd be able to approach, because you're no longer looking at yourself small. You've redefined yourself. You've decided you're not rolling over and dying. So you're seeing a lot of things in a different way. We also started just being fearless with getting feedback from customers. Before, we never used to be that conscious about getting feedback from customers. But let me tell you, you have information sitting in front of you every day. If you're serving customers every day, you have information. If you're looking for ideas of new products or services, or how to improve your product and service, you have information sitting in front of you. So we started, and we're still improving on this. How do we get feedback from our customers? That opened doors for engagement with them. That opened doors for us to continuously improve in them. That opened doors for us to really get to the bottom of what are we actually offering you. So if you've decided not to roll over and die, redefine. Look at that business and ask yourself, what do you really do? And is there scope to do more? Secondly, please engage with your customers and keep talking to them. And the third thing that we do, and we have continued to do because we know This is not just about our strength, is we pray, and we pray for everything, and the cause we are on, we have to pray because we know it is bigger than that. So please involve God and involve prayer in your business as well. So just to recap the whole Roll Over and Die series, I started with the story, and just saying you've got to get to a decision. So my first video was about, will you roll over and die? Your decision has to be no. The second part was understanding, why have I said no? And for me, it's about conviction. And conviction is not about your facts and your data and your bank account. It's just understanding, have you gotten to the point where you're really convicted, beyond unshakable belief, unshakable faith in what you are doing? And it is not just because evidence has showed it to you. It is something that comes internally, and then you can go look for the evidence, whether it's that one customer. And this last video I'm just ending with, it's about when you do, the way forward is redefinition. Redefine yourself. So that redefinition for Centonomy has seen us, teach over 150,000 people in personal finance, in careers, in entrepreneurship, reach over 2 million people through platforms such as this, YouTube and social media. And we're still going, have been multiple counties now and multiple regions, and we're still going. So I hope this series has meant something for you. I hope those of you who had reached this moment and you're wondering, should I give up? I hope this has given you a breath of fresh air. And I'm here to tell you, this country and the world needs what has only been placed in you. So do not roll over and die. Thank you.